Don't at me.
I did have some leftovers though. I had some leftovers that weren't quite docket worthy, just some quick ones. Um, so last episode we talked a lot about Kanye West. You know, kind of he's been in his head, all the shit going on. Chances is pandering. Jock says, "Hey, get off Kanye's back, let him be." I had a theory. Maybe Kanye's just in a shitty relationship. I mean, you saw that like all his granted a lot of his issues came after his mom passed, but a lot of the drug abuse, a lot of the mental issues, a lot of, whatever, the things he said that TMZ has gotten him in shit for, maybe he's just been in a bad relationship, which I mean, Kardashian, that's not breaking news if you say that they've had like, their issues with relationships. So that's the theory I have. Maybe Kanye is just in a shitty relationship.
Man, well, first of all, the man is bipolar. Like he's been
Yeah.
diagnosed as bipolar, so he definitely has some real problems, and it's unfortunate that he kind of got into that situation, and especially such an idol. I mean, it's weird, man. Like I'm kind of like I don't even know really what to say. What do you think?
Gary's smiling.
I know I feel like it's been settling. I was gonna let him talk, but it looked like he was like brewing still, ready to like he was loading up. So
What I was gonna say, Mike brought up a good point. I think like even today I saw a picture. I guess supposedly like Kim was like visiting him in Wyoming, and like I guess like paparazzi took a few photos of them like in the car, and you could see like it looked like she was crying, or like they were like in an argument, and it was like candid pics, like they weren't meant to be taken. You could tell like they were like fighting in the car. So yeah, it could just be some relationship stuff. I mean, seems like it.
Yeah,
it's no longer even a conspiracy. That's what it is.
Yeah, we've definitely, established he's got, his own share of actual, issues. But I think a lot of the acting out and shit, I think maybe he's just in a bad relationship, man. I'm telling you. I think that, all the signs kind of add up. You mix in.
Well, how's it work? Like, is she, like, he's pretty much in Wyoming at the ranch now all the time, right? Like, is she out there with him, or is she just in LA? Like,
because she just visited, right? Gary, is that what you saw?
I don't know. I don't follow their shit. Like,
yeah. I want to say like she like just visited him, and then like they're in the car like in Wyoming, and looked like they were fighting. So obviously just recently she went out there.
Okay. And guess who it is? Guess who's on the scene? Like always, TMZ.
Yeah, that was the photo I saw.
Yeah.
Like they stay on that shit, nigga. They follow the people around, bro. That's a live ass business to get into.
They're just like crawling from under the
Bro, look at Kanye's
like Cape Fear.
Look at Kanye's fist in that first picture. That emotion. It's just
oh yeah,
man.
He went off the aardvark on her
ass. I'm waiting for him to put out some heat, because usually this heartbreak shit, he'll put out some heat.
He's gonna put some love lockdown kind of shit out like that.
Oh, for shit, so hell yeah. Nah, bro. Like outside of fucking college dropout and motherfucking late registration and like the early shit, the mixtape shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it, fucking 808s. I mean, nigga, that was a fucking era. We were talking about that shit on like the last, you know what I'm saying, on the episode 42. Or whatever, I know just bonus and shit with like Kanye, like dude, that era right there, man, that 07, like that's what really, that's like when it really got going, bro. Cause it was, being out of high school and
graduation.
Shit. I remember one thing, like dude, I remember that night that we were probably one of the most, I mean, it had to be the most, one of the most important nights of my life, actually, or whatever. I don't know if y'all feel the same about it, but most of y'all were all there, you know what I'm saying? I think, me, Jack, and Gary and shit. But dude, like, I was up there, I think it was graduation night. I think it was our graduation night. You know what I'm saying? We were up there and shit.
Somewhere around then, yeah.
All I wanted to do was get some bud, and was with Mike, and I don't think Mike smoked or Mike did, whatever, it is at the time, like occasionally even, like that type of shit. It was just like, you know, Mike was kind of a square back then. But with that shit, like being said, like, you know, all I wanted was some bud and shit. I was like, I think I was out. You know, I was like the only one smoking, and it was like I said, graduation night, and like we had got it through like another dude that we were with or whatever. He had called somebody up on that side, and dude, like the price really, I mean, it was $35.08 at the time and shit. You know, but that wasn't. It was $60.08
Tough
regular
times.
time. You know what I'm saying? So it's something being $35. It's like, yo, where the fuck you at? You know what I'm saying? Like right now, and like, dude, we pulled up on a fucking part. I remember fucking the kid that like got us that brokered that for us or whatever. He pulled up, and that was the time when Chris Brown was out. It was that lovey-dovey, that kiss. And I remember him jamming, because we caravan to this party and shit. I remember him jamming that shit and like fucking, dude, that love, like, dude, all that, dude. I mean, all those songs and shit, man, like they may seem kind of lame now, but that shit, I mean, it was the shit back
You get
then,
that
bro.
sentimental feel for it, yeah.
You know what I'm
Bro.
saying? Like, yeah, you get that shit. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that shit, like, that was started a fucking era, you know. And Kanye, he was at really his peak right there. I think that was peak Kanye, like 808s.
808s and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That was like, matter of fact, yeah. That actually, take that back, Alan. That's a good. You always got good music takes. That was actually his peak. But like that was like, you know, his, like that was getting to the crest. You know what I'm saying?
No, I guess I'm saying, like, I don't even know. Like, I would put like Graduation, like 808s, like there was.
Those are right after
They
each
could
other.
all,
That's his best,
like,
like 4-year run.
Yeah.
There was, I mean, there was College Dropout. You know what I'm saying? That was 03, I believe, 03 or 04.
Like
something
04,
like that.
I think.
Freshman year. That was our freshman year, so that was 03 or 04 year.
Wow.
Fucking, you know, the next year, 05, 06 was Late Registration. I think it was
Underrated.
05.
Underrated.
Yes, because that's his best album in my opinion.
Gary,
Late
I know
Registration
we
is
talked
best
about this too before.
Yeah, Late Restriction's the best. Yeah, like
yeah,
Late Restriction.
yeah, I know Gary's a Kanye like fanatic. You know what I'm saying? So I know that like that's true talk right there. A real Kanye fan knows that Late Registration is really his best album. Like that's his magnum opus. You know what I'm saying? And then you had Graduation. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going into your junior album and shit like that. And then fucking what was the? I always get it confused.
It was 808s
next. 808s.
Late Registration, 808s.
808s, and then My Beautiful Dark Dude. I mean, that was, yeah, because, yeah, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that should have sent us into the 2010s. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like that. So it was, dude, he had 5 consecutive, like, I mean, top fucking albums. And then after that, it was kind of hit or miss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Watch
It wasn't, yo, I gotta play that shit all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And like with me personally, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion or whatever. You know, y'all can find me up in the comments or whatever. You know what I'm saying? However y'all feel. But that was me with Kanye. And like y'all have heard how we've talked about Kanye probably every podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
he's
have
that
talked
dude.
about
You
him
know
a
what I'm
lot.
saying? So like y'all know how I feel about Kanye, but like I said on the last one or on episode 41, I can separate the artist from the persona. You know what I'm saying? But I know some people that can't do that. You know, and they're like, Kanye's God. Like, regardless, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you can't think like that, man. You know, with him. We obviously see there's something mental with him. You know, like, and there's something mental with everyone. So don't get me wrong. You
but
know
I'll say this, though. Like, even him on his worst, like, even if you have, like, Pablo, Ye, even what was another bad, shitty, whatever. I mean, even the last one, people didn't like God is King. I think those I would take over most artists' shitty work. You know, most of their shitty albums. So I mean, I kind of give him that, even though relatively, I wouldn't put Pablo on the same level as like an 808s and Heartbreak at all. Completely different planes. But yet, I'll still take Pablo over, you know, like shittier artist work. You know.
What do y'all think about Kanye and his presidential bid?
We had a whole episode on that. I think that was 40, maybe it's episode 40. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of it
Summarize
just goes back to he's in a bad relationship. I think he's just like looking for attention, hasn't been able to. He loves attention, you know. He wants to be the limelight. You're not going to be the limelight if you're in the Kardashian family, you know. So I think in a way he's kind of like, look at me, look at me.
That's
And
a
I
good
think he's
point.
well intended, but
I wonder if that's what broke all those men, that they all used to be the spotlight at one point until they came into the Kardashian family. The spotlight was over, bro. You
yeah.
literally on the show called the Kardashians. Immediately you're canceled.
Yep. Even Travis Scott, I mean, he got out really before he ever got in.
Yeah.
Another leftover I had.
Interesting thought.
Indeed.
What's up?
Another leftover I had. Free Britney. Where y'all at with the
Oh,
Free Britney?
please. She's in the fucking sunken place, man. She in the sunken place, bro.
Okay.
What's going on with
it?
I'm pretty
That
deep
was his
into the
gal.
story. So I
don't know anything about this.
I want to describe before we forget. I got to remind you, Chance, that I need to know what you mean by the sunken place. And I know Mike's probably about to give an overview of this, but I need to know what you mean by the sunken
place. In my definition, bro, just from what I got.
We should let Mike go first, though. Let everybody catch up to speed.
Yeah. Let everybody,
Just don't forget. I had to remember.
Well, this might be a good segue into it, though. So let's start. We can start with that.
All right, so my definition kind of the sunken place. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can really be in that shit. It ain't no black, white, or other. You know what I'm saying? With like this type of shit, like with anything, man. That's what people gotta start realizing. You know what I'm saying? And we are people. So with the sunken place shit, like everybody going through something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said just now with Kanye shit. Like niggas, like everybody got mental problems in a way. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Britney go through her shit back in 2007. You know what I'm saying? That year, nigga was like, what was it, like her 27 year or whatever? Like, we see people go through this shit. You know, at some time in their life, sometimes it's not 27, but that's average age with a lot of people. But, you know, like on that note, like she's obviously still, there's still something going on, man. Like when you at someone that's like on her level, like how the run and shit that she had, like, you know, like you at one point being the most famous person in the world, like I guess, you know, it's kind of safe to say, in my opinion, you know, at one point,
for sure.
like nigga, like that shit gets you. And when you go down, when you see younger people kind of coming up, and you know, in different times they're making more money than you know, at the time, at the, you know, whatever they're doing, and the point in their career and shit like that. Like you kind of feel there's something, because even though you could probably still do what you do, you're not getting the looks because people think you watched, especially like in the music biz. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like niggas get washed in that time because it's a different time. There's youngers coming, like the music business is a young nigga game. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. Like the people that run that shit not really the people that run that shit, but the people that they like the younger market, the fucking 12 to 18-year-old, or I would even say 9 to 18-year-old market and shit like that. That's the money, because it's not their money. You know what I'm saying? That they're spending. They're spending their parents' money. They're doing all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? Low key, they can't. You know what I'm saying? To get it or whatever, like whatever it is, they gotta have whatever era it is. You know what I'm saying? We did it when we were kids. I'm pretty sure our parents did it when they were kids. It's something that just is, you know, that's just life, especially in America. I mean, that's consumerism. That's capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Like she's lost that lack. You know what I'm saying? She has, it's like a lackluster thing that she's probably feeling in herself. So I mean, what we got with these phones, with these computers, like we still have these audience because people still fuck with us and shit like that, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes these things, these videos, what people do and shit, it be a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? Like it be a cry for help, and like Britney probably knows she looking crazy on there. Trust me, she watched the videos before she posted.
And that's where the news comes in. So it's kind of a complex combination of all this.
Dude, okay, we'll talk back before you kind of get into it. I saw something. It was like, hey, Britney, if you're wear a yellow shirt.
That's what I'm getting into.
Wear a yellow shirt if you need help.
Let me get there. So The background on this, she's what is it, conservatorship? She's under conservatorship where she can't make her own decisions. Like her rights are basically decided by her father.
Why is she in this situation?
Because she shaved her head in 07.
She has mental problems. Like, first of all, I'll help you, Mike. I'm pretty deep into this.
I need all the info.
I talked to Ellen about this. She's deep into the story as well, so she filled me in on all the details. And I mean, she legitimately has some mental problems. And like Mike said, think about being the most popular person in the world, like, or I think Chance. Like, I mean, continue, but I was just trying to say she does have some real mental like problems that have obviously been presented multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, she's had, mental issues, but I think a lot of it probably is from just circumstance. Like y'all said, you're at the top of the world. You're constantly under the microscope. You constantly have to be on. You constantly have to perform, And then even after her big career, she was in Vegas for 5 some years, just performing nonstop, sold out, shows, thousands of people, that limelight, even if you're not the most famous person in the world anymore, you're still getting a lot of that attention. So I think when
I feel like Kevin Federline gave her bad drugs and fucked her brain up. Because he looks like a skeezy motherfucker, like
that shit can
just
happen.
some dude that would have like some $3 ecstasy and be like, "Oh, Britney, let's hang out."
Well,
and she did horrible drugs with K-Fed for probably 2 years, fried her brain, and then. Yeah,
there is neuroplasticity.
That's
so,
I mean, like,
that's possible. I mean, you can really shape somebody's mind. So, I mean, who knows? But that led to, that series of events led to what basically gave her father her rights to say, hey, she's incapable of making her own decisions. There's this whole backstory. And it's actually a good podcast. His name was, I think, Andrew Jinx. And there was a MTV show. We were talking about MTV in the last episode. MTV show where he would just go do shit. It's basically like a documentary show before documentaries really took off, like, Netflix type shit. But not that Netflix started documentaries, but you know what I mean, like in the mainstream with the masses. And he goes into this. He had a podcast called "What Really Happened." He goes into the whole background. There's a really interesting story. And it's kind of crazy. So going to the conspiracy theory now, going to what Chance was talking about, and I'll go ahead and share the screen. It's pretty visual. So you have Britney Spears over here. People are starting to gain steam that she's reaching out, like she's free me kind of thing, People watching, they see her crazy, silly TikToks, whatever. Britney wildin'.
Hey, really? She finessing though. She getting it, to tell you the truth, man.
She's just
drunk. Like,
okay,
but the thing is that they're saying, okay, so this is like in a home, but it seems like they're saying she might be locked up in like a mental facility, and so they're asking her, to wear a yellow shirt and do blah 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 and these random videos. Here it is. Here's the yellow shirt thing.
So first of all, I love the way that y'all. I like when anytime y'all.
This is so fake, right? I hope it's so like. I hope she's fine, and this is so fake.
So basically, it was this video. They said, "Hey, if you need help, wear yellow in your next video."
Dude,
why she got no?
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
And she even said, "I threw on my favorite yellow shirt."
Oh, wow.
So,
real talk,
so they're saying that she's being held up against her will.
Wow.
And her parents have control to her money. So somebody else is like, taking all her money. Like someone's got all her money and
she's clinically diagnosed in a way, you know what I'm saying? So someone has power of attorney. They got her, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's not a conspiracy. It's the truth.
Damn.
Dude,
she's not a real person.
I've kind of realized, dude, with conspiracies, like, do your homework on them. because there's a lot of truth to that shit. Like, I mean, I know everyone can, you know, oh, that's just crazy talk or whatever. But if you really do your homework on it and form your own opinion, dude, a lot of that shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
And,
you like Alex
what's
Jones?
crazy is how sleuthy like we really are, because that's how this shit. I mean, with the internet, dude. You know, internet, it's anybody. You know what I'm saying? But when you do this, when you do the research, dude, like y'all don't understand. Y'all thought I was woke before, and I'm talking to the niggas on the pod. You know what I'm saying? The niggas just like right here. Y'all thought I was woke before, nigga. I'm never going to sleep. You feel me, niggas?
So the Britney thing continues. That wasn't the only thing she did. She also apparently there was another one. Apparently they were like, hey, okay, cool, the yellow thing, that's a cool one-time thing, but what about if you put, God damn it.
Nice.
They go, what about if you put dubs in your next, social media post? And then look. Apparently, someone on Twitter asked Britney to post dubs if she was in trouble. Look at her most recent IG post.
Dude.
We need to save Britney Spears now.
Dude. All right. What's really dope about this, and I'll tell y'all something. Like I'm an open book right now because I have to be, and that's something we'll get into or whatever. So that's kind of like I've been completely honest with everyone around me, even on this podcast and shit like that, like because you have to be in this world. That's something I realized. You have to be completely honest for people to understand you. What's dope about this shit is like I've been in clinical settings before for like mental shit, just shit, depression, shit like that, whatever. Like when you're in those settings, they take your phones. You can't have that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to unplug you so you can get yourself right. But when you got money, when you're a public figure like Britney Spears is, obviously you get a little fucking leeway with things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a public figure. She has to continue getting money in some type of way. Instagram is money. You know what I'm saying? When you have over a certain X amount of followers, you know what I'm saying? That's money, like period. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, she was at one point probably the most famous person in the world. You know what I'm saying? So they let her keep her phone and shit like that in wherever she is. Yes, dude, she can have a whole fucking house to herself, but it's probably in some gated neighborhood that gated neighborhood is a fucking clinic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Like, conceivable.
That's plausible. I could be talking crazy crap right now, but it's plausible.
You might be right.
100% plausible.
Yeah,
She
definitely in the second place.
So, dude, this shit, it's real. Like, it's not really a conspiracy. Think about these things, guys. That's why you have to do your own homework on.
Well, we don't know for sure that she's in a mental institution.
Right. Yeah, don't at me. We don't know shit, guys. So don't take our word
but
for
why?
But the puzzle
piece. Here's another kicker. Listen to this though. Like, if she had her phone, there wouldn't be no reason for her to wear her damn yellow shirt because she could just message us for help. Somebody else is recording her. She don't even got her damn phone.
Think about this shit. She's recording herself. Think about this shit. Dude, like we said, however many minutes before, her parents have power of attorney. She's clinically diagnosed with something to where she can't control her money. She can't really control her brand.
Right.
Yeah, but she would still be able to
still be Britney Spears.
Yeah, but she would still be able to tell us.
Britney Spears, the person, but she can still be, and that has to keep the money going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Britney Spears, the brand. Britney Spears, the brand, who is Britney Spears, the person, is ran by her parents.
Yeah, but listen. If we were hoeing you out of all of your money, and you were still a normal person, and you used to be the most popular person in the world, you wouldn't be like, "Hey, man, Paco and Mike are taking all my damn money." Dude, it's like I still have my phone.
Understand the vernacular.
She's crazy.
Using.
A normal person would be asking for their money.
You're absolutely right. But understand the vernacular that I'm using. Power of attorney. She has to be taken care of too because they own her brand. They own her brand with power of attorney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're talking about her phone. How does that correlate to?
Dude, because she can have control of her Instagram because she is her brand.
Yeah, but if she's got control,
that's the only thing that's really keeping relevance to her.
If she's got
not
control of her
recording music.
Instagram, then there would be no need for her to wear a yellow shirt
Yeah, I
on
guess
the
what
next
you're saying is
video.
she could just flat out say help instead of leaving.
Yeah,
Like,
she could just
smoke
say,
weed,
"Hey
smoke
guys,
cigarettes.
I need some help. I'm going live. I need some
Yeah.
fucking help. I'm damn in this mental clinic."
I don't
You
know
know?
that she's captured somewhere against her will. I
Why?
think
It's
that-
not. She's not against her will. She's not against her will.
Well,
she's
that's I
getting
think
the
that's
help
what the argument is.
That's
They're
a
trying to
fair.
say
That's
is.
fair. That's fair.
She's
Maybe
getting
she
the
was
help against her-
brainwashed.
She's not against her will. She's trying to get the help. He's been
Oh,
going
man.
through this. I mean,
He's probably doing it on
like I
purpose
said,
because now we're talking about her. Just like
She might
talking
not
about
know
Kanye.
she needs the help, and that's the real problem here. She
No.
might not know it.
she
I hope,
knows.
I
Just
hope
that,
what
dude,
it really
okay.
is. It's like a scary movie where, like, well, I hope not. This is people's lives and shit, but you know, entertain me, right? So I hope that what it really is she is really dangerous, but she knows and she's manipulating everybody to let her free, and like everybody's like free Britney, but really like she's really dangerous.
Yeah, she's
I
like
don't
the
hope
evil
that happens,
genius
but-
behind it. Like, you know, like she could be at her house, but she's like, yo, I ain't doing no residencies, ain't no jobs out there. I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't go to Vegas to do a show. You know what I'm saying? Because
And
people aren't
then
gonna come to see a
Instagram
Britney
ads.
Spears. You know, I gotta get the bag. You know,
Basically.
That-
so this is the
dude,
way. Let me
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
be
yeah.
hooked out and shit.
I get exactly that.
That's what I get
I-
from it.
Let's go, home run Astros, baby. Let's
Yeah, baby.
go.
Oh shit, that's even on.
I saw
Damn,
it, but
y'all
I didn't
never
want to
seen
spoil
it.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spoil. Everybody
but-
watching's like, oh, that
But
was
the
last
crazy
night.
thing
Yeah.
is I don't know. It's
These
just,
asses.
I mean, regardless, she can't even make money off of it. Even if she's making money off of Instagram or whatever she's making money off it, it's not
All right,
her
think
money.
about this shit though, dude. Think about this shit. Even if think about there's 40 million people just on paper that are unemployed. You know what I'm saying? That's on unemployment. That's just been this year. People like Britney Spears, like, all right, think about this shit. Okay, say like her last gig, it was the residency in Vegas or whatever. Dude, there's no residencies in Vegas going on right now. You know? Like she can't get work. So like, dude, it could be like, yo, I need money, I need clout. If she's going the 6ix9ine route.
You
You
should
know what
make
I'm
an
saying?
OnlyFans.
Bro, there's
account. That's what you
just the
should do.
absolute-
Yeah, hey,
Dude,
hey.
there's absolutely no
Hey, I'm gonna
way
buy
that she's hurting
OnlyFans
for
one
money.
day, nigga. Only chance, nigga. Like real talk, yo.
Bro, you really think she's like hurting for money, dude? Like,
Yes,
Oh.
dude. People out here are broke, nigga.
Not Britney Spears.
I don't
Dude, you
think
gotta
so.
understand the
Yeah,
lifestyle
yeah.
that wealthy people live. They live within their means. If they have the money, they can do shit. Sometimes when work stops, that money stops.
that rehab home cost a lot for her
Yeah,
parents.
Nah, that Vegas money. She's sitting
Yeah.
there. Did y'all have
Yeah,
any
especially
other
after Vegas.
leftovers?
dude. That
Yeah,
shit's
one thing,
not infinite. It's not infinite. It's not. It's
For
not.
Britney
When
Spears,
work stop,
it
money
is.
stops, dude.
Gary, go ahead.
Yeah, now one thing I was gonna say was it could also be for clout. Like Chance brought up a point where it's like, oh, like
That's
you know,
a
she owns
currency
a brand.
now.
So yeah,
That's a
so maybe by feeding into like, oh, I'm wearing the yellow shirt, and then I'm gonna show the picture of the doves. That now started a hashtag free Britney, like, and then which in equivalency is currency. So that's bringing
It's
her
a
money.
snowball.
We're talking about
I
it.
think that's
Ultimate
more
comeback.
likely, Gary.
It's free currency to pay for the ultimate comeback. That is very true.
Yeah.
And
She's gonna have an album this time next
comeback.
year.
Yeah,
Dude, Britney
Yeah.
was
and I
fucking
guarantee you,
Britney.
people are
Dude,
gonna listen to
think
it.
about this shit. Think about this shit. Think about
Just
5
pass
years
the
from
ball
now,
a little
when
bit,
we're-
man. I'm gonna give a shot clock violation in a minute.
Think about this shit though. All right, and think about this shit though. 5 years from now, we're gonna look back at this year, this fucking year, and we're gonna be like, dude, that year was dope. Remember, Britney was fucking finessing us with making us think she's crazy. You know what I'm saying? She's getting a bag, low key. You know? Like we're gonna, dude. Think about it. You gotta think in the future with this shit right now because we're
He
living
just
it.
said she was held against her will. Now you say
No, because
She's 5 steps ahead of us now.
And that's why you gotta. That's why you
It's
have to
both
talk to
though.
people. That's why
Actually,
you have to do
somehow,
things
really,
because
though.
it opens up new ideas. You know, we can't just go for what we know. We have to take account into everything. That's why we do things like having a podcast. You know,
True.
like that's what this podcast is all about.
Britney Spears.
She's the GOAT though.
Bro,
And
if
she'll
she's
get it.
finessing all of us, dude, she's getting finessed herself. Like her parents are really bringing in all those bags for not doing anything ever, dude.
Racks.
And just think about this too with that, and we can leave this shit at that. This with Britney Spears. The Instagram is probably the only thing she has control of. With that
No
power
way.
of attorney, that's probably the only bag that she can get, especially now in a pandemic.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't.
What
I'm
kind
not
of
saying this
control
for
they
a
have
fact.
or
I'm
don't
saying
have.
Okay.
Like now we're just making up rules. Like actually,
Alright.
Instagram is part of
So,
this
Dude,
exception
think about the
clause.
game.
I
I'm a
got
hustler,
some
homie. You gotta think how these people have to think.
I got some outsider info, someone else giving me some info on the side, and the information seems like it points to Britney Spears not having possession of a phone in the place where she is at. And that's what's also making a big concern.
Then all right. With that being said, how
My
is
thing
she
is-
putting this out to the world? How is she like
other
dancing
people are
to the camera?
recording it for one, but
Yeah.
the other thing that on top of all of that is how would she be woke to the comments, you know, that people are saying, hey, wear yellow in quick enough time to do that. I mean, that seems a little bit too good to be true. Like that's too weird of a coincidence for that to happen that way. I feel like either she's fucking with people and just making money off of it. I think that's probably most likely right now. But I mean, I love playing out the thought exercise of, you know, hey, this is she's
Okay.
going against her will. I mean, factually, her parents do have, you know, like her money in their hands pretty much. But aside from that, I mean, I don't know. I think fame drives people crazy.
I always like Christina Aguilera more.
Hey, can y'all imagine getting an allowance at like 30 and 40?
Sign
Yeah.
me up, dude. I get to shit,
Yeah.
just kick back at the house.
Yeah, I
do
can
some
imagine.
Instagram videos every now and then.
I mean,
Bro, they
but
don't
it's
give
her
her
own money.
shit.
Yeah.
They don't give her
Yeah,
anything,
that's
bro.
true.
I mean, she gets money, but it's probably like
Nah,
her
she got to
parents.
keep the bag going. She is the bag. You know what I'm saying? So they give her something.
If you guys haven't already, subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Check us out on social media on Twitter at the Rep Network and on Instagram at the Rep Network. Check out the website. We added a lot of new stuff, a lot of merch, updated all these kind of pages. The website is therep.network. Enter that into your browser, hit go, check out all the new stuff we've got, and make sure you spread the word. Help us grow. Subscribe across the board, share with your friends and family, and tune in next week.
Please.
Peace.